Hi, beautiful people. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to another What Else is Going On? We go, Lord. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. Let me fix that camera a little bit. There we go. I just wanted to come and bring y'all a quick video. Then I'm going to jump off, record my Potomac review, and upload that since podcast episodes are coming out Tuesday and Friday. Then tomorrow I'm recording with two people that I'm really excited to talk to. That'll be Friday's podcast episode. So make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and the podcast itself so you don't miss it. All right, let's get into some things. Let me just get this out of the way. So with everything going on in the world today, I have said it before. I don't know if it's with age, when you become more and more aware of things. I've always considered myself a pretty aware person, but I've also been able to handle my emotions fine. In other words, let stuff kind of roll off my back, or if like not necessarily wanting to often share my deep emotions. So handling those in private and then moving on no matter what's going on. With everything going on in this world, I encourage my kids, my friends. Well, I'll keep it for kids now. Like we just got to keep going, right? Keep pressing forward, keep pressing forward. Yes, we believe in God, we pray, and we still have to take action with things, right? And I've been able to talk politics, whatever, like it's been fine. And since even before the election, I could before the election, but once the election happened, it was like something just shut off in me where it's like so hard for me to talk about what's going on without either getting extremely angry, like I want to tear stuff up, angry, riot type angry. I'm just going to keep it real, or just ready to cry, even with praying and all of this stuff. Because, yes, we can pray, believe in God, read our Bible, and we find comfort in that. But also we're human beings. So of course sometimes you're scared about what's going on, right? But I also feel like I need to not just, in order to not, for me, I don't know if it has to do with signs or what. Y'all know I'm an Aries. But for me, I, in order to not feel the depth of my feelings, I have to leave whatever it is making me feel that way alone for a while. Because if I allow myself to feel that depth of feeling, again, I could go one extreme or the other, right? Um, but I also, again, can't put my head in the sand, and I need to be aware. And I feel like I have a platform, and I want this platform. I want us to talk about everything on this platform. Um, Pop culture, Bravo, real life stuff, right? I want to talk about it all. It's not just one thing. But I haven't really been talking about things that have been going on with the administration because it just does something to me. But I decided there are certain things that I did want to bring up and just share, maybe things that you guys don't know that I was just finding out, what have you, or whatever. So it's not going to be where every day that it's something, but there are some things. This made me I was kind of like blown. Most things don't blow me anymore in life, but it's like, and now to see that this man has moved on to the next round, let's just get into it. I'm talking about, let me take a deep breath. Okay. I'm talking about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Y'all know that they want him to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. The Senate, so this is from CBS News, the Senate committee advances RFK Jr.'s nomination for HHS secretary in party line vote. Now, this was just 11:50 a.m. today, February the 4th. The Senate Finance Committee advanced Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination Tuesday, moving forward with his confirmation to lead the Department of Health and Human Services after a pair of fiery hearings last week that left his approval on shaky ground. The committee voted 14 to 13 to advance Kennedy in a party line vote. Though the bulk of Republicans on the committee were expected to support advancing Kennedy's nomination, Senator Bill Cassidy, a Louisiana Republican and medical doctor, expressed concern over the president's pick, Donald Trump's pick, for Health and Human Services Secretary during RFK Jr.'s confirmation hearings. Cassidy said last week that he had been struggling with Kennedy's nomination because he fears RFK Jr., who has raised doubts about vaccinations in the past, could undermine faith in vaccinations. Cassidy spoke to Kennedy on Sunday, according to a person familiar with their conversation, though the Louisiana senator did not disclose how he planned to vote following their conversation. But Cassidy, who is up for re-election in 2026, ultimately opted to support advancing Kennedy's nomination on Tuesday. Moments ahead of the vote, Cassidy announced that he would support Kennedy in a post on X, saying he had very intense conversations with Bobby and the White House over the weekend and even this morning, while thanking Vice President J.D. Vance for his honest counsel. With the serious commitments I've received from the administration and the opportunity to make progress on the issues we agree on, like healthy foods and a pro-American agenda, I will vote yes. So I just want to be clear on something. I already know the answer, but I'm going to double check. Senator Bill Cassidy is a white man, correct? As most of them are. Okay. They want this man to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. And I'm going to go back to why, even though Senator Cassidy had all of these questions and red flags, he said, with the serious commitments I've received from the administration and the opportunity to make progress on the issues we agree on, like healthy foods and a pro-American agenda. A pro-American agenda. My question is, who do they consider Americans? Who do they look at as Americans? Let's look at what and I know there's a conversation about DEI and who it really benefits versus it benefiting Black folks. But for me, when the administration uses DEI, they're using it in place of using Negro, Black person, nigga. That is what they're using. That's what they really want to say, but they're saying DEI. We talked about the racism with Trump and his base and how the people following him are thinking. Now you have this guy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., again, I'm just going to say it again, who they want to lead the Department of Health, Human Services. Again, Senator Bill Cassidy said that he's confident that they'll do good for the Americans, or they're pro-American. Who do they consider American, and who do they consider are worthy of this stuff? Well, let's jump over to the possible new leader of this. This is according to People magazine. RFK Jr. called out for saying Black people should have different vaccine protocol than white people. So shout out to the newly elected Maryland Senator Angela Also Brooks, who I voted for, told Kennedy after their tense exchange that she cannot support his nomination to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Mind you, for those of you that don't know, the Maryland Senator Angela Also Brooks is a Black woman, okay? Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was confronted over what a lawmaker described as dangerous past remarks about how Black Americans should be on a different vaccine schedule than white Americans. During his second confirmation hearing on Thursday, January 30th, Kennedy faced a barrage of questions about his history of anti-vaccine rhetoric. At one point, President Donald Trump's health secretary nominee was asked by Maryland Senator Angela Also Brooks to clarify his 2021 claim about vaccines and race, right? So you hear that, he made that ignorant claim in 2021. Maybe he thinks differently now. Let's get into it. Angela Also Brooks, elected in November as one of only two Black women in the Senate, asked Kennedy to explain his previous assertion that Black people should not be given the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours. Robert Kennedy Jr. said back in 2021 that Black folks should not be given or should not be on the same vaccination schedule as white people because Black people's immune systems are stronger. That's what he said. Okay. So when she asked him to explain it, he said that he said it in 2021. When she asked him last Thursday to explain that, he said a series of studies in Poland showed that Black people have a much stronger reaction to particular antigens. So you're going off this study done in Poland. How many Black out of all the, y'all looked at the census in Poland lately? Okay, hold on. So she said, let me just ask you this then. What different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received, her as a Black person? He then referred back to the study. Kennedy then said that the Poland study suggested that Black people require fewer antigens in their system. That was his answer when she said, when he has a Black woman standing in front of him saying, oh, well, since you said this, so what schedule would you suggest that I be on? He refers back to this study. She said, Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents listen to. That is so dangerous. I will be voting against your nomination because your views are dangerous to our state and to our country. Yeah, and to the Black folks in the state and the country. And he's made his way on down to the next round. A bunch of white men pretty much confirming him to go on to the next round. This is who they want to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, a person that already has a skewed idea of the care that people that don't look like him should get. I just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. I'm going to move on before I start screaming Stephen A. Smith style into the microphone and into the video. Moving forward on a little bit of a lighter note, let's talk some Bravo, shall we? Dorinda Medley. So this is according to the Reality Blurb. Y'all know that the Roni reunion part 2 comes on tonight. Let's get into it. Dorinda Medley questioned why she was fired from the Real Housewives of New York, and she seemingly suggested that the recent finale was worse than anything she did. The alum also addressed if she thinks original castmates will eventually return. After season 12, Dorinda was fired amid reports that she was too difficult to work with. Many fans complained that she was cruel to co-stars who didn't deserve it, including Tinsley Mortimer. The cast was later rebooted with completely new stars. I remember around this time, it was so funny because not funny, but remember when Dorinda told Tinsley she had a turkey baster for her and all of that stuff? I don't recall. Maybe she did apologize. Just how nasty she was. Fans still want Dorinda back. But yeah, Candace said your mama, and they was ready to burn her at the stake. All right, let's moving on. I just, we're moving on. In the recent finale, Brynn Whitfield asserted that she told castmate Uba Hassan, which we already know about her past sexual assault. When Uba said she didn't know, Brynn allegedly admitted that she wasn't sure if Uba clocked it. Her castmates then insinuated that Brynn intentionally lied about the Uba conversation. So Dorinda was on 2 T's in a Pod podcast, and she said, I did watch the New York finale. When I see stuff like that, all I can say is, and you can put it on my gravestone, why did I get fired? Now, maybe Dorinda has seen some growth because before she would argue you down if you said she got fired. She would say, what? I'm on pause. So maybe there is some growth from Dorinda. Tamra Judge then expressed, well, I think they need to bring you back. Keep some girls, bring some of the originals back. But the article says the host, which is Tamra and Teddy, seemed to suggest that the finale was worse than anything Dorinda did on the show. After Tamra suggested that they should keep some of the girls, but bring some of the originals back to New York. Dorinda admitted, I don't think they would do that. And then Tamara says, do you think they should have named the show something else with the recast? Dorinda nodded, I guess yes, saying the crown was too heavy. I don't know. So she thinks clearly she wants to come back. She doesn't think that that's an option, though. And I did find it interesting that she is now saying was fired. Because before, like I said, she would argue you down if you said she was fired. She would let you know that she was put on pause. One thing I will say about this is for the other housewives that watch these shows, a lot of them I see are in agreement that what Brynn did with the Uber thing and accusing her of knowing and then being so flippant, allegedly to say, oh, she must have not have clocked it, are pretty much all on the same page. I'm glad to see that. But make sure y'all watch part 2 tonight. If you don't worry, I will, and I will be back talking about it with y'all. All right. Real quick, let's talk about something that we talked about yesterday. I'm probably not even going to put it in the title. Well, maybe. Bianca Censori won't face legal consequences for shocking Grammys dress. Wasn't no dress, for her appearing naked, not even naked. She was naked on that red carpet. This is according to Us Weekly. Oh, John. Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, made a splash at the 2025 Grammys with her uber naked, again, no, I'm going to say with her naked dress, but she's not in any legal hot water over her risque fashion choice. TMZ reported on Monday, February 3rd, that Censori, 30, won't face any legal consequences for her look because no one at the event raised any issue with it. The Los Angeles Police Department told the outlet that no one at the Sunday, February 2nd awards show contacted authorities with complaints. So because it's a private event, they have no reason to step in. Wow, there you have it. She won't face any consequences for being butt naked on that red carpet. Moving on, Michael Jordan. I said Michael Jordan. I was going to say Michael Jordan Jr. Marcus Jordan. This is according to TMZ. Marcus Jordan arrested for cocaine possession. Cocaine. Remember Mariah from Married to Medicine? Oh, the days that I watched. I have not watched a single episode this season, y'all. I have not. But anyway, Marcus Jordan arrested for cocaine possession, DUI, resisting arrest. Marcus Jordan was thrown behind bars on Monday for allegedly committing a series of serious crimes, TMZ has learned. The son of NBA legend Michael Jordan was arrested and booked into the Orange County Jail in Orlando, Florida for DUI, cocaine possession, and resisting arrest, according to police records. Marcus also posed for a mugshot, and he doesn't look too happy to be there. As what led up to his brush with the law, we're still trying to gather details and have reached out to the police. I just want to see something. If there has been an update on, if they've got anything else. I don't think so. But y'all remember when he was spotted, I believe he was putting something up his nose last year? Let me see. Yes, August of last year. Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, appeared to sniff white substance in new photos. And remember, there was photos of him appearing like he was sniffing something. So we know that he's not new to this, allegedly, even though we see the photos. I'm sure he's probably out by now and get ready to move on and live his best life. But not him and Larsa together. All right, y'all, let me get off of here and get my Real Housewives of Potomac recap done and up for y'all. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all for letting me get some of this heaviness off my chest, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.